It's time for All About the Country with Corey Leon Johnson on Music Ranch Radio.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, buddy, here we are.
Once again, another installment of All About the Country.
At least, yeah.
We got a great night, too.
We do. We got some great guests. Even in here, we have great guests.
Yeah, we do have a great guest.
Yeah. It's crazy guest.
Not Cletus. Who is that? Ernest T. Bass.
That can't be our guy already, is it?
Maybe he set his clock on bar time.
You think so? No, I don't think so. There's no way. But, could be.
I need a little more volume over here, please, sir.
Well, sure. How about that?
So we got a great songwriter from Nashville, Tennessee tonight with us. What is his name?
Jeff Prince.
Mr. Jeff Prince. And hopefully we'll get to talk to T.C. McPappy.
Man, we get all kinds of people calling in here. Maybe we better do a song and see who's calling.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Hey, I'm just an old chunk of coal, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'm gonna grow and glow till I'm so blue, pure, perfect. I'm gonna put a smile on everybody's face. I'm gonna kneel and pray every day, lest I should become vain along the way. And I'm just an old chunk of coal now, Lord, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'm gonna learn the best way to walk. I'm gonna search and find me a better way to talk. And I'm gonna spit and polish my old rough-edged self till I get rid of every single flaw. I'm gonna be the world's greatest friend. I'm gonna go around shaking everybody's hand. Hey, and I'm gonna be the cotton-picking rage of the age. Yeah, I'm gonna be a diamond someday. But I'm gonna be a diamond someday. Hey, and I'm gonna grow and glow till I'm so blue, pure, perfect. I'm gonna put a smile on everybody's face. I'm gonna kneel and pray every day, lest I should become vain along the way. And I'm just an old chunk of coal now, Lord, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. Hey, and I'm gonna be the cotton-picking rage of the age. Yeah, I'm gonna be a diamond someday.
Just an old chunk of coal, Mr. John Anderson. I like that song.
I like John Anderson.
Yeah, I like the song.
I do too.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I like the song. I do like John Anderson, but I do like the song too. So
nice.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Red Lodge Songwriter Festival.
Yes, sir. And speaking of Red Lodge Songwriter Festival, they got a lot of stuff going on. Here's one of the things they got going on. You want to hear about it?
Sure.
Well, Red Lodge Songwriter Festival, in conjunction with Red Lodge Pizza Company and MusicRanchRadio.com, presents Nashville singer-songwriter Ward Davis in the Natelli's Banquet and Listening Room with special guest Sean Devine, who also has an album out, and a good one, by the way, Austin Blues. And the sound in the banquet room is perfect for their shows. They've got theater-style seating and a cash bar. And here's the only problem, 75 seats, that's it. So you got to get down there and get a ticket. This is happening Friday, October 14th. Doors open at 7:15 p.m. Show starts at 7:30. Tickets are $10 in advance, $12 at the door. And you can purchase the tickets online at redlodgesongwriterfest.com or Red Lodge Pizza Company. Just walk in there and say, I want tickets to the Ward Davis show, and you are in like Flynn.
Cool. I think I'm going.
I'm going to go.
You sold me.
I think I'm off on that.
You sold me.
Yeah, well, there you have it.
And our other sponsor.
Our other sponsor.
Beer.
Our other sponsor is beer. And so what's everybody been up to? We should get...
I've been hard at it.
Turn L's microphone on.
I've been hard at it lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, I think you're in there, Al. Are you in there?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Been securing acts for the Songwriter Festival.
And you're not going to divulge any
I
of
can't.
that?
No, I can't say who it is, but it's a Hall of Famer, and that's really cool. And I can promise you've heard a bunch of his stuff on the radio.
Now, how many this year?
6.
Yeah. Last year was 4.
Yes.
Nashville writers.
Yes.
And then what was there? 6.
There was
5
a
or
bunch.
6 what we call local writers.
Right. Yeah.
And local meaning Wyoming, and
Montana.
all over these
Wyoming
parts
and Montana.
out west here.
Yeah. They were Western singers.
Yes. And so, did you have a gig this week?
Did I?
I don't know.
You know what? No, I didn't have a. Did I? Had a songwriter night. Lord, I can't
Somewhere I was
remember.
supposed to be.
It was. Damn it! I missed it. No.
Al, how about you?
Nope.
Man, I'm the only one at work this week. What's the deal?
I've just been stoking the fire.
That's
man.
true because I came to your show.
Yeah, you were. That's right. You
yeah.
were. She was quite a show. We had quite a little soiree going there
Yeah,
at the Pollard
it was a
Pub.
soiree.
Yeah.
Which is Pollard Pub. Speaking of the Pollard Pub,
Hey, there's
tomorrow night.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Tomorrow night, Red Lodge Songwriters in the Round. We start doing our show there, and that's going to be every other Wednesday from 6 to 7, 8, somewhere around there.
They got some great specials too. I see.
Yes, they do. It's $5 Wednesday.
Yeah, sure.
So you can get you some wine, some beers,
You
and
get
some appetizers.
a couple beers for $5. You can get appetizers for $5.
Got Hors d'Oeuvres there.
Hors d'Oeuvres. Yeah, those are good too. We've had we went in and had the tacos one night, and man, it's a full meal almost. It was good.
Yeah, do you remember the night?
We ordered it all.
What do you remember the night that we did their first
Yeah.
$5 Wednesday?
No, that was their industry night.
Industry
half
night.
price night.
Good
half price
Lord.
night on everything in the place. 6 of us
Yeah.
went in there and left with about a $400 bill.
Yeah,
It was half price.
Yeah, we didn't eat a whole lot either.
No, we there was apparently they had some adult libations there, and
I think so, and I was forced.
we do not promote that, by the way, by any means. I'm just saying it was just one of them deals. It just happened to happen.
Yeah,
So
it was
but
just
yeah.
one of those nights. I mean, it was a perfect night.
So tomorrow night, Wednesday, Pollard Pub, riders in the round. Do you have any clue who's going to be there
6
besides
to
you?
9. I think Lee Calvin Eichelberger is, and I this guy right here was supposed to, but he's letting me down. Now, but he's doing a good thing.
Football game, man.
Oh,
It's
that's
football game.
Spending time with his son. Yeah.
Little bitty owl let me down, drove my head in the ground.
So play a song and let's get him on the
All right,
phone
let's
here.
do it. Here we go.
We'll be right back with Jeff Prince.
Flat tire on the interstate. Too many nights of working too late. Had a run-in with an old memory. No, it ain't been the best of weeks, but it goes good with beer and the Friday Yeah, troubles come, but they go good with beer. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Bring all your debts and all your bills. Load up your mountains and your molehills. Come as you ain't or as you are. And don't forget that broken heart. Oh, it goes good with beer and the Friday night atmosphere of this crosstown bar where the cars all get steered to. And it goes hand in hand with my crazy buddies and this three-piece band and the pretty girls and the games we play and the smoke and mirrors. Yeah, troubles come, but they go good with beer. Yeah. Oh yeah. And bring all those stories you can share. Just like the peanuts and the pretzels on the table there. Yeah, it all goes good with beer and the Friday night atmosphere and the pretty girls and the games we play and the smoke and mirrors. Yeah, troubles come, but they go good with beer and the Friday night atmosphere of this crosstown bar where the cars all get steered to. And they go hand in hand with my crazy buddies and this three-piece band and the pretty girls and the games we play and the smoke and mirrors. Yeah, it all goes good with beer and the Friday night atmosphere of this crosstown bar where the cars all get steered to. And it goes hand in hand with my crazy buddies and this 10-piece band and the pretty girls and the games we play and the smoke and mirrors. Yeah, troubles come, but they go good with beer. Pass me them peanuts.
There you go.
All right, we're back. We've got a special guest from Nashville, Tennessee. Great songwriter, Mr. Jeff Prince. Jeff, you there?
I'm here. How you doing, my buddy Corey? My long-lost Nashville friend out there in Montana. How you doing, brother?
Living the life, man. Loving it out here.
Well, I'm going to have to come visit you, man.
Yeah.
It's a pretty country out there. I need to get out there. I've never been to Montana.
Hey, I got an open door policy. All you got to do is tell me you're coming, and I got a place.
So, well, once I get there for a few days, you might have a closed-door policy behind me when I leave.
We're going to get out. Get out now.
You know, Montana's like the Hotel California.
Uh-oh. Once you can never leave.
That's kind of the way it's working. Yeah, we've got a bunch of guys moving in, and that's a good thing. We
snow
love
out there yet? Did it snow yet?
We got a little bit above 6,000 feet. We sit at 55.5, so you could actually see it from here. But
Wow.
we don't have quite yet. But it's up on the ski run.
And that's our third snow since July.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, we had snow in July, Jeff.
Wow. Summer skiing.
Yep, summer skiing. Well, it didn't last long, but it was pretty.
Pretty short lived.
Yeah.
Cool.
Get a little cold front come in here every once in a while, and
Well, heck, I just left the extreme from that. I just left Fort Myers Beach, Florida, my hometown, and played the Island Hopper Songwriter Festival the last 5 days, and about 70 Nashville writers went down to that. It was a 10-day festival, so that was about 5 days in a row of 4 a.m.s with too much whiskey and too many cigars, and I need a vacation from my vacation.
yeah.
And it sounds like you got out of there probably about just in time. They're kind of
that little hurricane, that big hurricane's it's creeping up on them. So yeah, we got out just in time.
Well, I hope it goes the other way.
Yeah, I know a lot of folks will be disappointed, but I also read today in the news Luke Bryan had to cancel his first farm concert. So
Down there in Florida.
Yeah,
they're evacuating. I forget how many million they said they're hoping that it goes out, but the European forecast, which for some reason they tout that they trust it more than ours,
right,
says that it's supposed to come on land there.
Can you blame them?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know. I thought L knew everything. His name is L.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like L here. If L says something, I take it to gospel.
Yeah, well, there you go. But anyway, so white sandy beaches, lots of bikinis.
Oh yeah.
Well,
They had a surfing song. Yeah.
you did what? Sand surfing song. Yeah, that's pretty good. So did you meet any wild women down there?
Oh well, yeah, pretty much every year. Yeah. But I'm a good boy.
Well, I know you are.
Wow, boy, that brought a lot of tension in the room, didn't it?
There- It's just a silencer right there. But I'm a good boy. Yep, I know you are. Well, that's good. I'm glad you had a good time down there, and we'll talk about that a little bit off and on. And I want to get right to. I mean, dream come true, huh? This next song, the Django and Jimmy.
Yeah, that's. I don't think there'll ever be another dream that could come true that's any bigger than that one. Probably for me or Jimmy Milton, my co-writer. But
Right.
first concert I ever went to, just like I said, just left Fort Myers. This is my hometown. My first concert when I was 12 years old. My dad took me to see Willie Nelson at the Lee County Civic Center. It was Leon Russell and Willie Nelson on their tour in 1978, I think it was. And my eyes lit up, and I got a guitar. I wanted to be Willie Nelson and never stopped. And first record I ever bought with my lawn mowing money was a Merle Haggard serving 190 proof, and it was a hell of a record to buy for a 13-year-old. So, but they've been my heroes, like they're everybody's heroes. So it was a real treat to be involved with that project. What a great project to be even associated with.
Oh man,
great songs, great songwriters on it.
Great producer,
Buddy Cannon. Big tip of my hat to him. And between me and Jimmy Milton pitched that thing 4 or 5 different ways. There's a whole backstory of that, but between Milton taking it to him and me emailing it to him through one of his daughters, and then one of the studio musicians pitching it to him right in the studio through his father in Texas, who I'd never met, who I sent the song to. So it was, they got down there. Buddy said that the day they cut it, one of the studio musicians came up and said, "I got this song for you. I think it'd be perfect for the record. It's called Django and Jimmy." And Buddy said, "The next song we're cutting is Django and Jimmy. Is it the same song?" And they played it, and it was. They all started laughing.
That's great, man.
We had our bases covered.
So what made you guys write this song now?
Well, I was sitting home alone back in 2012, and I got so many friends that have songs recorded by country music's finest legends that some of them unfortunately have left this world. And I just sat down and said, everybody doesn't live forever. And I said, your heroes might live to be 105, but you better get started if you want to get a cut by them. And I never tried to write a song specifically for anybody, so I spent all weekend by myself back in 2012 looking for a duet idea to write for Willie and Merle. And of course, I know about everything you can know about those guys without being in their inner circle. And kept coming back to their heroes. Merle asked me to tell him the story on the bus on how I wrote the song when I visited with Merle.
Nice.
15, and I just told him I came back to Django Reinhardt and Jimmy Rogers, their heroes, and I dropped the last name and came up with the title. And within 5 minutes, I had it written. It might not have been a Merle or a Willie if not for Django and Jimmy. And wrote a little bit on it and kind of laid dormant in a file for about a year and a half. And somehow me and Jimmy Milton hooked up and asked him if he wanted to finish it, and we did. We had no idea they were even going to record an album together until 2 weeks after we finished the song.
Wow.
In September of 14, and 2 weeks later we found they were cutting an album, and 6 weeks later they cut the song. It was pretty amazing.
That's called
all about timing, the right song at the right moment.
A little bit of fate, I would say.
I think it was destined from above. I think the good Lord had a hand in it with a lot of people next to him that were rooting for me and Jimmy from our families, respectively. So,
well, that's awesome.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's amazing. I love it. So, has it singled?
No, they put out the first single on that album was "It's All Going to Pot," which was a Buddy Cannon, Jamie Johnson, and Larry Shell song, which I loved, and
Right.
it broke into the top 50 on Billboard. And I think they had released "Unfair Weather Friend," written by Ward Davis and Marla Cannon Goodman as the second single. And that was the only singles they put out. But the album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Country Album charts, and it debuted at number 7 on the top 200 Billboard Pop charts. And that was the first time Merle had ever been in the top 10 on the pop chart, and it was the first number 1 record that Merle had since 1984. And
Wow.
and it was such a honor and a blessing just to be, like I said, even associated with the album.
Oh,
and get to
exactly.
hang out with Merle on the bus, and also hang out with Willie. I got to take my dad on Willie's bus,
Nice.
Melanie Cannon, and me and Jeremy Melton and my dad went on the bus, and he actually played us the album on the bus. Willie played us the first time we
man.
heard the actual final mix was on Willie's bus of the song.
Well,
Ryman.
I'm just going to say congratulations. That's pretty cool because that just kind of helps the whole story come together there for you. So
Yeah, like I said, my dad took me to see Willie for the first time ever, first show at 12, and now his dad's 77 and Willie's 83, and we're on the bus with him and he's singing my song. So
yeah,
pretty amazing stuff. Willie had signed a fan club card of mine at a concert when I was 14, and I brought it on the bus with me, and I pulled it out. I still have it, and I had it dated on the back when he signed it. And I said, "You signed my fan club card when I was 14.
wow.
I finally got the cut, and he just couldn't believe it, man.
Wow.
Well, I would say it was fate.
Great story.
So we're going to go ahead and play that for everybody. And I tell you what, we need to push for this to get it singled. And when we do, we're going to push it and try to get it to number 1. So
Well,
we'll move hard across the country and try to make everybody play it.
flex that Corey Johnson muscle.
Well, yeah, it's not me. It's not me. You're sitting here with the Godfather. Jimmy's the Godfather out here. So
Hey, be careful. I don't want anybody to know.
we call him GF most of the time. But
Right.
here's the Django and Jimmy by Jeff Prince.
Well, I'm a kid with a guitar, trying to play Nuage. When they ask, where does your style come from? I know what you mean, 'cause I learned to sing, listening to Blue Yodel's #1. We love Hank and Lefty, Bob Wills, Ernest Tubb, and Johnny Cash. But if we had to pinpoint the start of who we are, we'd go back to Django and Jimmy, Harris, Mississippi, a young singing brakeman, a jazz playing gypsy. That might not have been a Merle or Willie, if not for Django and Jimmy. Through the 20s and 30s, Jimmy sang his way to the top. Spite of those old TB blues, Django was a star. He burned up a guitar with just 2 good fingers to use. You can't turn back time or put more sand in the glass. Sometimes at night I close my eyes and go back to Django and Jimmy, Harris, Mississippi, a young singing brakeman, a jazz playing gypsy. There might not have been a Merle or a Willie, if not for Django and Jimmy. There might not have been a Merle or a Willie, if not for Django and Jimmy. Oh,
Pretty
man.
song.
It's amazing, man.
Beautiful song.
Thank you, man. It was just we just stayed out of the way and let the song write itself.
Well,
we just had to let it flow, and we.
Well, it's one hell of a story. You ought to write a book just about all that. That's that's a good one, and you could probably over the years and the times that you've gone into shows and you've seen these guys and bought records and I mean you got enough stuff to put down in a book.
Well, I'm just glad I'm just at least a line in their history.
Yeah.
Like I said, everybody wants to get the big cup, and it's really special to get your heroes to cut your song.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
I love telling songwriters that haven't got any cuts that story because it tells them that me and Jimmy Melton have had some success, but neither of us are these guys with 10 #1 songs. We're working our butts up like everybody else, and you got the right song in the right time, in the right place. You don't give up; it can happen. So
right, exactly.
Hang in there.
Yeah, and we know you, Jeff, and we know what a big fan you are of these guys, and being your Facebook friends, we got to share that ride with you. So that was really cool. I mean, it's just been amazing to watch. Being on the bus with them.
It's not fun unless you can't share it with friends, and because I've shared other friends' success for 20 plus years in this town and rooted them on, and they rooted me on too, and it's there's nothing like having a brotherhood and a sisterhood of friends that root for each other, and so it's not about
Amen.
Me or I. It's about everybody,
Right.
working for everybody. So
We're all
cool moment. So
we're all pulling the same wagon,
there you go.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's awesome, man. I was thinking today about the first time we met. Do you remember that?
Well, I had to do something with our good buddy and hit songwriter and fantastic human being and great friend James Dean Hicks.
Yes.
Somehow, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was, and I remember we were in the office, and we were just sitting and talking about, and it just blew me away that you were from Florida, and you were. I mean, you had the best of both worlds. You were there to be a songwriter, and you managed a Hooters.
I did that for many years.
say what?
I met a lot of people in the music business while I did it too, artists and publishers and writers, and made a lot of friends. But I left that about 11 years ago. But yeah, I did that it allowed me to work a night job in a restaurant and have my days open to write songs. But I was at one time the Hooters songwriter. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I just never got any free wings.
Did
That's
you
the
get to
only-
do the hiring?
Yeah, and the firing.
Yeah, sometimes that all doesn't work.
I couldn't be a manager at a
Funny
Hooters.
that, there's probably some old Hooter girls listening to this broadcast right now. So if you're one of them, I'm sorry.
I couldn't be a manager at a Hooters. I'd be like the cat lady. I'd just keep collecting them and never getting rid of them.
Yeah. Well, you'd last about a day, trust me.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to move on now.
Yeah, move on quick, Corey.
Oh my God! So anyway, you sent me this song right before I was getting ready to leave to come out here and put all those songs on. So I had to go back and download this thing and get it on here. This Frank Ortega's his title cut on his new album, and Hard to Put Down. Man, I love this song.
Well, thank you. That's the demo that you got there. But Frank Ortega, my good buddy, cut that song last year, and it's the title cut of his new record. And Frank's just a fantastic guy, and I'm rooting for him. But I've always loved the song, and I hope Frank has a big old #1 hit with it. And if he doesn't, we're going to keep going after George Strait with it.
There you go. Well, who's singing on this, on the demo?
Man, I knew you were going to ask me that, and I should know that on the top of my head. He sung one demo for me about 6 years ago, and that was the song. And man, I might be able to look that up when you're playing it. Might be able to tell you what you felt that.
Well, man, this guy
did a great job. He was such a nice guy. He was a real cowboy too. He goes out and he does the cowboy stuff and sings, and just a tremendous guy.
Well, whoever sang this demo can really sing, man. He did it great. He did it justice. So, but I like the demo, so I can't wait to hear the record. But we're going to play that. We're going to play "Hard to Put Down" by Jeff Prince.
ranch. Learned to ride before he could run. Spent his 20s on the circuit. Calf roping champ back in 61. As he sipped his beer, he wiped away a tear and said, I wish Jackson was still around. Some things are hard to put down. Like a Sunday morning Bible, when your faith is strong. A Saturday night bottle, when all faith is gone. A best friend, your convictions. A guitar when there's a crowd. And a cowboy's horse, they're hard to put down. He said when he got Jackson, he was 16 and Jackson was a foal. Through 2 wives and 3 pickups, they were connected at the soul. Said it was hell the day he fell, watching him try to stand his ground. Some things are hard to put down. Like a Sunday morning Bible, when your faith is strong. A Saturday night bottle, when all faith is gone. A best friend, your convictions. A guitar when no one's around. And a cowboy's horse, they're hard to put down. There's a shady spot beneath an old oak tree. That's where I visit Jackson. That's where they'll bury me. The best friend, your convictions. A guitar when it makes that sweet sound. And a cowboy's horse, man, they're hard to put down. A cowboy and his horse, they're both hard to put down.
Yeah, it's hard to put down. Written by Jeff Prince. Man, I love that song.
That's a great song, man.
Yeah, you asked me who was singing that before you played it. I couldn't remember his name. That's Paul Bogart. He's an artist and a great guy here in Nashville, and he sung the fire out of it. And
yeah, he did.
And I don't know how much more country you can get than having whiskey, the Bible, and a cowboy's horse being put down in the same song. That's a country song for sure.
Well, you didn't say nothing about mamas or trains.
Well, I'm trying to be original. That's been done.
Well, somebody forgot to tell some people in Nashville about that. Not going to mention any names, but anyhow. So that's a great song, man. I hope that gets on the charts and runs up them.
I can remember the day we demoed that over at Larry Beard's music studio. Larry Beard's got a great system over there at Beard Music Group. Right. If you're a writer, need to check out something in Nashville. Check out Beard Music Group. Larry Beard plays acoustic, and but I remember when I came in there and I had my little work tape with me and guitar, and I was telling the guys, I want the lick to sound like this, and da-da-da-da. And I remember that guitar player, here's a testament of Nashville. He was like, man, it's been a long time since we did a country song.
Right.
They were having a ball doing it too, man. But it was like, when he said that, I was like, man, we took a left turn somewhere.
Yeah, we were doing a little session with William Michael Morgan, and Moose was playing piano, and this song we were demoing, he goes, man, he said, this is the stuff I came to Nashville to write. So it always makes you feel good when those guys say that.
Sure. Well, I'm happy for Little William Michael. He just had his first #1 song. I've known him for several years now. Great guy. And
Yeah.
somebody like him we need a traditional artist to have some success like that. So hopefully Mo Pitney will come out and have a big old hit as well. They're both so talented.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him. I play the fire out of him on Music Ranch Radio.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
Play Mo Pitney's got a song on there called "It's Just a Dog," right? It's on his album.
oh yeah, I
He wrote
love
with,
that song.
One of the co-writers is my co-writer with Django and Jimmy Melton.
Oh, cool, yeah.
And that's a fantastic song. Just bring a tear to a glass eye.
No, that's a sad.
Well, there you go. You know it's sad. So tell me about So Long.
So Long. The song "So Long," I guess is what you're talking about. Heck, I forgot I sent that to you. That's a little bit different song. You know, sometimes as a writer, I wrote most of these songs by myself. So Long I wrote by myself, but I wrote the first verse and it came out of nowhere, and I didn't have the ending, the twist at the end. And I wrote the second verse, and I just kind of backed in it backwards, and I don't normally do that. And
right.
But it was a happy accident where the twist was at the end of the song, and I played that song this year at Tin Pan South on stage with Earl Bud Lee and John Wiggins and my real close buddy, Hall of Famer Richard Lee. And what a moment for me when I played that song. Richard had never heard it, and Richard was following me, and he just said, "That's it. I don't want to play another song, and we're done." And that's what you want to hear as a writer when you're heroes. Richard's definitely one of the greatest writers that ever walked in Nashville.
Yeah, I love Richard.
Like your songs, and so that's a favorite of mine, and I'm real proud of it. So we're pitching it, trying to find a home.
All right, well, we're going to play So Long by Jeff Prince.
There's a man I've read who lived years ago. With each word he said, his followers hoped that they'd be saved, but they were wrong. He was just a man, and men only live so long. There's a song I've sung from centuries ago, when it was new and young. The world loved it so, but time and rhyme both move on. It was just a song, and songs only live so long. Oh, every face we see and every voice we hear, they're just passing through to somewhere far from here. There's a love I shared many moons ago, with vows and prayers to the end we'd go hand in hand, but now she's gone. I thought it was love, some loves only live so long. Oh, every face we see and every voice we hear, they're just passing through to somewhere far from here. There's a man I've read who lived long ago, with his words in red I'll follow and know that he will lead me home. He was not a mortal man, for his love has lived so long.
Wow, Wow, So Long by Jeff Prince. Well, great song, man.
Thank you, bud. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
You sent me a great list of songs to play.
Well, I got plenty of better dogs that I could have sent you too.
I get to hear those on Facebook, right?
Oh,
Man, I have to listen. I'm gonna say this gently, but I listen to a lot of people that are wanting to be part of our songwriter festival, and we do. I encourage all of these singer songwriters that are working their way and trying to become good songwriters and ready for prime time, so to speak. And I hear so much stuff that I just sit there and go, now, do they listen to what they're sending? And it's a process. When I go back and listen to, I can go back and listen to songs when I was 14 all the way up to present day. And, songwriting is, I think James Dean Hicks actually told me, it's like a muscle. It gets stronger the more you use it. You become the more you write, the better ideas you become, the better melodies, the better editor you become. And I think the more you write solo, I know Nashville used to be a solo writing town. All my heroes back in the 60s and 70s, a lot of them wrote solo songs. Some of the biggest hits were solo. And it's turned into a co-writing town for a number of reasons that we won't go into on the air now. But there's songs now with 3, 4, 5, and 6 people's names on them. Oh yeah.
To me, if you can, I wish half the town would write solo. 50% of the time, if you write 100 songs a year, write 50 solo and co-write 50.
Right.
Write 100 solo, 100 co-write. It just makes you a better writer, and it makes you a better co-writer too, I believe. So. Right.
Well, I think the more that you do that, you can set. I like to have things to bounce off people, but I do a lot of writing by myself and alone. So, and I do enjoy that too. But it's just like Hugh Prestwood. I mean, my God, he doesn't write with anybody.
I had some drinks with you just this last weekend at Fort Myers at the Songwriter Festival, and I was talking about his song "Oklahoma Stray."
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that song?
Yes.
Find that, folks. Google "Oklahoma Stray." Hugh is a special kind of guy and tremendous talent. So
yeah, one of my
solo,
one of my favorite songs that he wrote was that 6 Feet Apart.
Yep, another great one.
Just amazing, and his mind just works differently than a lot of other people's too. And he was just out here for a songwriter festival in Three Forks, Montana.
He talked to me. Was that the one him and Tony Arata, Dee Vincent, and Pat Alger were at? I think that's one.
No. That was
a different one.
That was right
after.
after.
He was out there somewhere. Maybe that was in Wyoming or something.
Yeah,
with those guys.
Yeah, that was right. The one he was with Arata and them. That was right after this one.
I got you.
But yeah, he.
All great guys. All fantastic human beings. Fantastic songwriters.
Well, man, I tell you what, I'm glad you kind of stuck it out for 20 years. I think it's
been 20. I got here in March of 1990. So do the math. It's the 26th year. So
yeah, wow.
No.
Well, I remember I was talking to you, and I think it was I just was in Nashville, and you were talking about heading back to Florida, taking a job.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Whoa, are you kidding me?" And
that was about 6-7 years ago. I thought about that, and it was a thought that I'm glad didn't materialize.
Yeah.
So, you just gotta stay the course. Sometimes you don't know what's being around the bend, and until you turn the bend. So you never get to the bend if you stop the train, so to speak. So you got to keep chugging along.
Yeah, well, I wish you the most success in the world, and I think it's going to be coming. I think I heard where King George said that it was all coming back around. So I'm going to take his word for it.
Well, I sure wish it would come back around with George, and one of my songs called "Last Rodeo." I don't know if you got time to play that one, but that's a newer song of mine that I wrote with.
Yeah, I've got it on the list.
Tim McGeary, and Dave Gibson's written 6 #1 songs. He was the Gibson and the Gibson Miller band, and
right.
He's still writing great songs and songs that are just unbelievable. And
had song of the year
about 4 months ago called "Last Rodeo," and demoed it, and we're actually going after straight with that song. So So who knows? Everybody wants a straight cut. I got tons of co-riders that have them, and I want mine too.
There you go. Well, I mean, you're getting awful greedy now. You got Willie and Merle all in one shot.
Well, I wouldn't say greedy.
I'm teasing.
I'm dreamy. How's
Dreamy,
that?
there
I'm
you go.
dream. You better
You're
roll
dreamy.
dream, start at the top. You know, why not, Joe?
Well, we'll just jump on that last rodeo and go ahead and play that right now.
Thank you, brother.
This is Dave Gibson singing this one, right?
He is. You know that great voice of Dave Gibson.
Yep.
You can't mistake that anywhere.
Nope, that's true. So here it is, the last rodeo.
He finally won the all-around out in Cheyenne, but he let that silver buckle slip through his hands. In a poker game in Vegas, he put it all on the table and let it ride. She'd been sitting there watching him all night long, blowing through his winnings like a Wyoming squaw. When they raked in his last chip and all his luck was gone, she said, "Cowboy, don't you think it's time to go home?" He said, "I've been bucked and I've been bruised, been riding this circuit since '92. I've seen Satan in the eyes of a longhorn bull, but I rode him 8 seconds when that gate was pulled. I've lost some ladies along the way and live to love another day. I'm busted and broke with nowhere to go. Looks like I'm looking at my last rodeo." Whoa, whoa. He handed her his keys. She drove as he slept to a little motel just off the strip. He said, "Why don't you stay?" and invited her in. She said, "I must be crazy to take a chance again. I've loved a few cowboys in my life, but they rode into the sunset and left me behind. I swore off your kind a long time ago. This better be my last rodeo." Till a break of day, he woke up when the sun came through the shades and reached for her, but there was no trace, and his heart skipped a beat as he called her name. Then she walked in with coffee and said, "Let's go in that buckleback, babe." He said, "I've been bucked and I've been bruised, been riding this circuit since '92. But last night with you, girl, is the first time I found a reason for me to start settling down." She said, "I loved a few cowboys in my life. They rode into the sunset and left me behind. But when I look in your eyes, in my heart I know, in my heart I know, this is our last rodeo." Whoa, whoa. This is our last rodeo. Whoa, whoa.
Great song.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Corey, man. I'm liking that one. Like I said before, Dave Gibson and Tim McGeary, and I think I think we got a shot at it. I think we just might get something going with that one.
Yeah, Dave sounded great singing on that one too. That's a
He's
good,
still singing
good
great.
cut.
He's always been a great singer, and he's still great singing great. Yeah.
Yep. So we're talking about 26 years if we do the math. 26 years you've been in that town, and
I know more than half of my life now.
Yeah, and so I know that means that you have picked up some educational information to pass on to. We have all kinds of aspiring writers that listen to our show when we do interviews with writers. So I'm just going to let you go. You say what you want to say.
Let me get my notebook.
Hal's going to get his notebook.
I'm a product of all my mentors that I learned from, and that I apprenticed under, and I think it should always be that kind of a town. But so nothing I'm going to say is really original. I didn't invent anything. I'm a product of all those guys. But in a nutshell, real quick, if you're an aspiring writer, I would say write as much as you can, and don't worry if what you're writing is not right now competitive with the greatest songs in the world, but write as much as you can, get some honest feedback outside your family. Join the Nashville Songwriters Association in Nashville. They have a critique service. They're a tremendous outlet for songwriters, educational outlet, and they fight for our rights in Washington, D.C. And don't jump in too early spending a bunch of money on demos when your songs aren't ready. You can go out and drop $600, $700, $800 on a demo, and nobody will ever cut your song because it's not ready to be cut, and just stick with guitar vocals. And if you can sing and play in time and in tune, just do work tapes yourself. Little side note, Django and Jimmy that Willie and Burl cut was not even demoed in the studio. We sung the song into my iPhone sitting at my kitchen table with one acoustic guitar and me and Jimmy Melton singing the lyric. And so if it's the right song, it'll get cut. But take your time, and eventually, if you really want to be serious at it, and you cannot live another day without being in Nashville, you just cannot breathe another breath without being here, then go for it. But if you can do anything else and make a living and be happy, don't come. Just do what you need to do, because it's not a town for maybes and sitting on the fence. It's a long-term town that's getting harder every day. We've lost 90% of the professional songwriters in the last 10 years due to revenue shrinking due to the streaming rates and online piracy, and I don't want to get a big rant and rave about that.
No, it's okay because
but it's never been as competitive as it is now. So.
Right.
But have fun, right? And even if you just do it as a hobby, and it's a great outlet. It's just a beautiful thing, a beautiful process, and enjoy it.
Great advice, man. Very good, and I know.
Oh, that's what I've learned from all the other guys.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. But I think that those other guys learned that from the guys before them, and so it just keeps paying it forward. And I
agree.
So that's awesome. And yes, NSAI, Nashville Songwriters Association International. I think with your membership now, you get like 12 critiques a year.
Yeah, that's just invaluable. And I used to be one of the critiquers. You don't know who's critiquing your song, but there are hit songwriters, people that make a living writing songs, critiquing the song. So, their opinion is a valued opinion, or it should be. So.
Right. And I think, you don't have to send 12 different songs. If they give you feedback and they say, hey, you need to kind of look at this, go back through this and make this, which they do. It's very, very helpful. And then you can go back and rework the song and send it back in. It'll cost you a critique, but at least you know if you're in the right direction or not.
And I've done that. I've used that service and sent the same song in several times. I think the last time I sent the song in, the critique came back on MP3, and it started with
Not you again.
Just kidding. It's very helpful.
I promise it wasn't me.
Is that Al Cooper? Oh, my God.
It's that guy again.
Al sends another one.
Oh, man. Well, thanks, man, for the advice for these guys. And I wish everybody success in this business. It's a tough business right now, especially. But it always is tough. It's not easier for the faint of heart, that's for sure. So anyway, we're going to move on down here to I think I'm going to save If I Could Fix the World for last. That is a really cool song. If I could
appreciate
fix the
that.
world.
It's one of my favorites.
And we're going to go on and jump to "Don't Let Me Down." Did you write that one by yourself?
Yeah, I was waiting on the co-writer to show up that day. Like most days, they didn't show up, so I just kept writing. But I played that song several times down at the Fort Myers Island Hopper Festival, and Troy Johnson is singing this song, and he's just one of the greatest singers in Nashville. I mean, he should just have a big old record deal. He sings so good, but yeah, they demoed it just like I wrote it. He sung it just like I wanted him to sing it, and I think it came out pretty cool. So
well, cool. Well, here it is. "Don't Let Me Down."
Well, the man let me down. Rain canceled the job out, and I had to send the crews home. Boss said they turned me down. That raise won't happen now. We'll have to make it on overtime alone. This day sure has been a bummer. One disappointment after another. I could use a turnaround. Come on, baby, don't let me down. Let down the shades, let down your hair. I'll turn the music down low if you'll light some candles everywhere. Let down that dress, let down your guard. I'll turn the sheets down, girl, wrap you in my arms. Let's make love all night long. Turn this day around. Come on, baby, don't let me down. What's that I hear you say? You've had those kinds of days, and you know just what I need. Well, honey, with your lips on mine, I could leave it all behind. Come over here and save me. Let down the shades, let down your hair. I'll turn the music down low if you'll light some candles everywhere. Let's make love all night long. Turn this day around. Come on, baby, don't let me down. Your sweet touch can pull me through. Darling, I'm counting on you. Oh, let down that dress, let down your guard. I'll turn the sheets down, girl. Oh, and wrap you in my arms. Let's make love all night long. Let's make love all night long. Turn this day around. Come on, baby, don't let me down. Don't let me down.
Yeah, I like that one.
The demo came out pretty good, I think. What do you think, Corey?
Yeah, it came out damn good, I think.
Sounds
That was
awesome.
over at Larry Beard's music group over there, and
Man, they turn out some great stuff over there.
yeah,
Yeah.
hung the fire out of it. Troy Johnson on vocals, great singer.
Yep. I've actually been in the studio when he's singing. It just kind of mesmerizes me.
He's a perfectionist, man. He's gonna, he's expensive, but he's gonna get it perfect. He's not gonna stop until. A couple times he would sing a few lines, and I thought, that's it, man, that's it. And he did it. He did them 11 to 12 more times before he was satisfied with the line.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He's expensive, but you get the best. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then he can sing every harmony line that you need to. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool. So tell me about Singers and Sailors.
Another solo, right? And I don't know really where that title came from, but I think the catalyst to that title and that song was when I was thinking of, I was probably trying to write something for Kenny Chesney, and I knew Kenny before he ever got a record deal. We all have to work jobs before that, and I was working at Hooters, and he was parking cars for a living, and I always wanted to cut by Kenny, but I think that was something I kind of wrote with him in mind. And once I had the line about we're both living by the charts, the charts as a sailor on the sea, and the musical charts as in the Billboard charts, that was the catalyst for me to draw a parallel between the two, and the song just came from there, and Doug Stokes is singing that demo, and Doug, for a few years, Doug was singing with Shenandoah on the road, and of course Marty Rapern's back with him now, but Doug's a fantastic human being and a fantastic singer, and got a real good demo.
He's got a great voice, yeah. You ready to play that?
Sure, whenever you guys are, man.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3,
Singers
go.
and Sailors.
At the bar next to him, I ordered a round. I introduced myself, said I just hit town. He said he'd been in dry dock for a couple of nights. He was shipping out a port around daylight. He asked what I did, and I said sing in a band. He said I'm a sailor, good to meet you, man. Singers and sailors, brothers at heart, living and dying by the charts. Kinda like gypsies, following the wind. Never know where they'll go, where they've been. If they find a love, odds are they'll fail her. Singers and sailors. Said he had a Fender he bought years ago. He could play some Mellencamp and Key Largo. Said I keep a whole beat in a slip of Tennessee. On the lake come summertime, you'll find me. He said I'll take your gig if you sail out of here. And I just laughed and ordered another beer. Singers and sailors, brothers at heart, living and dying by the charts. Kinda like gypsies, following the wind. Never know where they'll go, where they've been. If they find a love, odds are they'll fail her. Singers and sailors. He said he was married once, and I said me too. But the road and the sea are what guys like us do. Yeah. Singers and sailors, brothers at heart, living and dying by the charts. Kinda like gypsies, following the wind. Never know where they'll go, where they've been. If they find a love, odds are they'll fail her. Singers and sailors, singers and sailors, singers and sailors. Yeah.
Yow.
Wow.
That guy's got a high voice, doesn't he?
Yeah. That was up there.
Oh, Doug, he can flat out lay it down. That drummer too, man. That was just a great demo. A lot of energy in the room that day, man.
Yeah, those are always good.
Sounds like a big old summertime smash for old Mr. Kenny Chesney if he's listening out there on radio, man. Come on, Kenny.
You have to take it to Key West, man.
Well, I'll take take it wherever I need to take it.
Give you.
I knew him years ago. I don't have his number anymore, but we'll get it to him. We'll round him in.
Yeah, the last time I talked to Kenny was way before he made it really big, but he was a mess back then.
He's a good guy. He treats his people well, and he's worked his tail off, and everybody's real proud of him. He wasn't an overnight superstar. He took a lot of baby steps and cut some great songs along the way. And Buddy Ken has done wonders in the studio.
Yep,
and
sure
he's a great singer, and we're all proud of him.
Yeah, and our old buddy James Dean with Jesus Mama is first #1. So
there you go.
That was quite a feet. And let's.
Hey, while we got a quick second, is it okay to give a shout out to a couple of people that are listening across America? I know.
Please do.
I know all my childhood friends since I was going back to about 4 years old or on. We got a bunch of guys that still run together. We call ourselves the Old Bulls. There might be out there listening: Chris, Jeff, Tony, Willie, and Paul, and a couple other close buddies of mine: Mike Marlowe, Scott Stout, and my buddy Cooley up in Michigan, and my dad and my sister Cheryl in Florida. So
nice.
Whoever else from Facebook land that tuned in too. So I'm happy that I had a moment to talk with my friend Corey here.
Hey man, I appreciate you calling in and taking the time out of your night. I know you're a busy man. And is TC around?
TC's still out on the deck, man. He's on his second bag of beef jerky and his third Makers, man. I'm thinking about cutting an album next year. TC McTappy sings Jeff Prince.
There you go.
Print up some hats and bumper stickers, and TC might make a run at it.
I say TC for president, man.
I think he's got he does sponsor the pancake and syrup party. Make America eat a great breakfast again.
Right? Yeah. Well, shoot,
do pancakes and syrup with TC McPappy. On Facebook. So.
Well, I'll guarantee if he makes a run at it, he may win.
Yeah. Especially this year.
Yeah.
He just filled up with 5,000 friends. I think he's got to get in a fan page now because it's starting to get overloaded a little bit.
There you go. Well, that sexy sock dance that he does, that's a lady killing thing right there.
And he entertains himself more than the people watching those crazy videos, I guarantee it.
I don't know. He gets a lot of hits on that thing.
Well,
and it's all girls.
We're trying to get some song hits now.
It's all girls too. I don't get that.
Must be the songs.
That might be by design. You never know. They don't need no long-haired ugly boys. Facebook clicking me on Facebook.
TC, I don't think TC McPappy appeals to the fellas.
No way.
Well, that's
also shout out to my friend Marilyn. She's a big TC supporter on Facebook. She's listening tonight too. She's a sweetheart. She loves Ward Davis and Ray Scott too. Can we say Ray Scott's name on the radio? Is that even allowed anymore?
I don't know. I think there's law against it, but we're in Montana where laws are made to be broken.
Yeah. Love Ray. He's a good dude too.
Yeah.
Out here, we found out that it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
There you go. Sorry, Ray.
Jeez, man, what a night, man. Jeff, I tell you what, every song that you sent me, I really, really liked it. I was glad that it was that way.
Well, I appreciate it, and one of these days I'll get up there in Montana on one of your shows and play them live for the folks up there. I'd love to come up there and have a whiskey with you, and I like that cowboy. A cowboy like me that I heard you singing before your show started. I was listening in and I heard that. You're a tremendous writer and a singer yourself, Corey. Did you? I'm trying to remember back. Didn't you cut a song of mine a long time ago? Did you ever cut Chill, or am I just thinking something? Am I just off base on that?
I was cutting one of your songs, and I had a backer for a record, and he backed out like 5 days before I.
Well, that's close enough. I'll count that as a cut. That's
there you go. Do you remember the song? Do you remember which song, Jeff?
I want to say it was Chill.
Did you write that with Alderman?
I wrote it with John Schweers.
John Schweers. Wow, that Chill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to do. You know what? I still do that song live.
You do that in your show.
Buddy Jewell singing the demo on it. He sounds. You have that same timbre in your voice, kind of like Buddy does.
Yeah. People love that song.
It's fun. It's a fun one.
The only thing I added to it.
That's a wintertime summer song. That's a song that can come out in January, like a summer song in the winter.
Well, it works out here.
There you go. Sure does.
Winter now.
Yeah, it works out here. So, yeah, the only thing I added to the song was at the end of it, I said, hey, baby, would you grab my suntan lotion? I think I missed
There
a
you go.
spot.
There you go. that works right in on it.
Yeah, so, man, I appreciate
If anyone wants to hear in closing, if anyone wants to hear more songs of mine, they can go to my Reverb Nation page, which is reverbnation.com /Jeff Prince. reverbnation.com /Jeff Prince. There's probably 30 songs of mine on that website, including all the songs that you played tonight, Corey.
All right, cool. Anything else you need to plug? You got some writers' nights coming up soon?
I'm always playing places here or there, but in Nashville, but nothing on the top of my head right out of the gate. But just working hard, like all songwriters, trying to get the profession going in the right direction and the streaming rates back to us, and trying to write great songs and looking for the next cut. It's always about the next song. You know, next song you're gonna write is the next one. Keep writing.
Exactly. Well, man, you're doing really good. We got one more song to play of yours, and we'll play that, and we'll talk to you a little bit off the air, but we appreciate you calling in, and I'm sure people have learned a bunch from you. And
I appreciate the opportunity, and thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
You bet. And anybody that wants to, you have any friends that are indies or anything, just want to get their songs out there, they need to get in touch with us out here at Music Ranch Radio.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so musicranchradio.com.
Yeah, don't miss it.
Don't miss it. But anyway, Jeff, thanks a million, man, and good luck with everything. And it looks like the ball's rolling for you, and I love it.
Brother.
I love it, and we'll talk to you soon. We're gonna play this last song, "If I Could Fix the World."
Yeah, if I could, I sure as heck would. And I wrote this about 5 years ago, and I appreciate you playing it. Y'all have a great night, brother.
There's an old man living next to me. He can fix most anything, from squeaking doors to lawnmowers. He can plumb and paint. He'll listen if you want to talk. He gives good advice. He can patch up problems with your kids or your wife. I asked him once if his work satisfied his soul. He said, I'm just a fix-it man, but I've got a higher goal. I'm not sure if I'll reach it, but each day I set my aim, and I get a little closer with every job I take. If I could fix the world, I'd never work another day. 'Cause if I could fix the world, hearts would never break. He said no child would go to sleep with hunger pains. The blind would see, the deaf would hear, and I'd walk with and lame. Moms and dads would get along just like best friends. Everything evil would fade away, and love would never end. If I could fix the world, I'd never work another day. 'Cause if I could fix the world, hearts would never break. Then he said to me, you know you can be a fix-it man too. Just open up your heart and put down your tools. If I could fix the world, I'd never work another day. 'Cause if I could fix the world, hearts would never break. If I could fix
Do you feel tired? Do you have a lack of energy?